Never Tell People What You Do by Joel Osteen. I'm glad you are here listening. Today I want to talk about something that might sound a little unusual, but I believe it's something that can truly transform your perspective on life. Never tell people what you do. Now, I know what you're thinking. Man, what are you talking about? I'm supposed to tell people about my job, my business, my accomplishments, right? Well, there's a powerful principle here that I want you to understand, and it's not about hiding who you are or being ashamed of your work. It's about letting your actions speak louder than your words. You see, it's easy to tell people what you do. In fact, we do it all the time. When we meet someone new, the first question they often ask is, "So, what do you do?" And we might tell them, "I'm a teacher, I'm a business owner, I work in finance," and there's nothing wrong with that. But here's the key: don't let what you do define who you are. Don't let your identity be wrapped up in your title, your position, or the work you do. Let me explain why. What you do today is not who you are at your core. Your worth, your value, your identity comes from a much deeper place than your job title or the things you accomplish. We are not defined by what we do, we are defined by who we are. And who we are is precious, unique, and created in the image of God. Too many people go through life believing that what they do determines their value. They think that if they don't have a certain job or a certain title, they're somehow less than others. But let me tell you today, your worth is not based on your job. Your value is not determined by the work you do. You don't need to walk around telling people what you do to prove your worth. You don't need to boast about your accomplishments to gain respect. The true measure of who you are is in your character, your heart, your integrity, and your ability to lift others up, not in your job or your status. Here's the key: let your actions do the talking. Instead of telling people what you do, show them through the way you live your life. Show them through how you treat others. Show them through your generosity, your kindness, your work ethic, and your love for others. People will know what you do by the way you carry yourself, by the impact you have on those around you, and by the example you set. Jesus himself showed us this principle. He didn't go around telling everyone who he was. He didn't boast about being the Son of God. He didn't need to. He simply lived his purpose. He healed the sick, he loved the broken, he showed grace to the undeserving, and he taught us how to serve others. His actions spoke louder than words ever could. I've seen so many people who are trying to prove themselves through titles, through their job, through their accomplishments. But I want to encourage you today, you don't have to prove anything. You don't need to tell the world what you do to be respected. Let your life, your character, and your impact do the talking for you. Some of the most successful, most influential people I've met don't walk around bragging about their job or their status. They don't need to. Their success is not measured by what they do but by how they do it, with integrity, humility, and a heart for others. They know that who they are is far more important than what they do. Maybe you're in a season of your life where you feel like you're still figuring out what you do, and you're not where you want to be. Don't let that discourage you. Where you are today is not where you will always be. Your purpose is still unfolding, and your value is not tied to your current job or position. You are valuable simply because you exist. Your identity is in the fact that you are a child of God, and no title or position can ever take that away from you. Listen, don't let the world tell you that you're only valuable if you have a certain job or title. You are more than your job. Your worth is not measured by how many people know your name or how much money you make. Your value is in your heart, your generosity, your kindness, and your faith. That's the true essence of who you are. If you want to make an impact, if you want to leave a legacy, don't focus on telling people what you do. Focus on living a life that speaks louder than any words ever could. Focus on helping those in need, on being the light in dark places, on encouraging others, on serving with excellence and integrity. When you live with purpose, people will see it. They'll know what you do not because you told them but because of the way you live your life. You don't have to tell people what you do to be respected or appreciated. You simply need to live with passion, live with purpose, and live in a way that reflects the greatness that God has placed within you. Let your life be the testimony. Let your actions and your character speak volumes about who you are and what you stand for. So today, I want to encourage you to stop defining yourself by your job. Stop feeling the need to prove your worth through accomplishments or titles. You are enough as you are, and your worth will never be tied to what you do. The impact you make on this world has nothing to do with your job title. It has everything to do with your heart, your spirit, and your willingness to serve and love others. Never tell people what you do. Show them through your actions, your kindness, your love, and your integrity. Let your life speak louder than any words ever could. God has placed greatness inside of you. The world will know who you are, not because of what you do but because of the difference you make in the love you show. Your actions will always speak louder than your words. Until the next video. That's all for now.